Joey Longo, A Gangster's Tale, by J.N. Wdowski. For your full enjoyment, be sure to read, listen, or watch to the end. Chapter 15. Counterpunch. Thomas asked Joey to stay behind as the others left for their cars. "I am concerned about those that refuse to join us," Thomas told him once the last person left the room. "I understand your concern, but it was expected. Many segments of our society are on board with America changing. They are either profiting from business with the CCP or honestly believe their system is the future. They believe capitalism has only enriched men like you." "That is complete BS," Van der Munt replied. "I have created thousands of jobs, good jobs. I am aware, but the fact is, we are not a true capitalist society anymore. Government has its tentacles in most aspects of our lives and is choosing economic winners and losers with regulations and government funding." Joey answered, "But you already know this, Thomas." Sighing, Thomas admitted, "I do, and I have been part of the problem. I had often used my connections in government to benefit my enterprises and to crush any upstart competitors. So you can understand why many of our young no longer believe in the American dream. The system has been corrupted and has failed them. The haves do not want to share, and they use the state to protect their assets and monopolies. We do not have real free markets anymore." "What is our next step?" Van der Munt asked. "We need to first stop the bleeding. Then we need to start healing and rebuilding," Joey answered. "You know you have my complete support." The older man responded, "How are you enjoying the car?" "It's fun." Joey smiled. "Thank you, Thomas." Joey said his goodbyes to Van der Munt. Exiting the large dining room and entering the main entrance of the mansion, he was surprised to see Dr. Sharma sitting on the bottom of the main staircase. Seeing him, she stood and approached him. "Do you mind if I hitch a ride with you?" "Lost your ride?" he asked. "I came here with Dr. Fairfax. I asked her to go ahead without me. I was hoping we could talk." She confessed, "Unless you'd rather I ask Mr. Van der Munt for his driver to take me home?" "I can take you, Vibha. It will be my pleasure," he responded. Gilbert held open the main door for them. "Thank you, Gilbert," Joey responded as they stepped outside. The other cars were already gone. Only the blue Camaro was still parked outside. He led her to his car and opened the passenger door for her to get in. "Please buckle up," he asked her as he closed her door. As he walked around the front of the car to get into the driver's side, she watched him intensely through the front windshield. Reaching over, she unlocked the driver's door for him to get in. "Thanks," he said as he got in and buckled up with the keys in his right hand. Just as he inserted the key into the ignition, she blurted out, "Are you really a gangster?" He did not turn the key, a bit startled by her sudden question. "Why would you think I'm a gangster? Dr. Fairfax told me she heard you were a gangster. Are you? Or CIA or something like that?" She seemed a bit nervous, but also a bit excited as she waited for his answer. "I have dealt with the CIA, and I have dealt with gangsters. One thing I have learned from working with both, if you ask them such a question, they will always deny they are a gangster or CIA." He looked at her. "The CIA will give you their business card. It will have only a name and a phone number, and the name will always be a fake name. Gangsters don't even have business cards." "Well, are you a gangster?" She repeated the question. "No, I am not a gangster." "CIA?" She followed up. "No, I am not CIA," he replied. "But if you really were either, you wouldn't say. Correct?" She pointed out his logic. "That is correct." He turned the key, revving up the V8 engine of the muscle car. "Oh!" She seemed more excited than nervous by his answer. Before he shifted the car into drive, he looked at her with a questioning expression. "I can't believe you're actually 35. She batted her large brown lashes. "Can you keep a secret?" "I am keeping many at this very moment." He smiled. "I don't know why, but I feel I can trust you." Looking into his eyes, her breathing became a little deeper and slightly faster. Your secret is safe with me. He could tell she wanted to tell him. She turned her body to face him in the seat. I am not 35. You're not? He was not surprised. I am not. I am 28. She admitted. Women do not usually lie that they are older than they are. Is it because you're a doctor? He was beginning to understand. You're a prodigy, aren't you? How old were you when you graduated from medical school? I finished my residence at 23, she answered. That means you finished your undergraduate degree in medical school by 20. You entered college at 12? Wow. He was amazed. She blushed. Yes. No one would take me seriously as a medical doctor knowing I was only 23 years old, even though I graduated as valedictorian. You are clearly not only adorable. He smiled. You think I am adorable? She blushed. Yes, Vibha. You are adorable and highly intelligent. A very dangerous combination. You find me dangerous? She took a deep breath and held it as she batted her eyes. Very, much more so than any gangster or CIA agent. He placed the car into drive and headed for the drawbridge to return to the mainland. Thank you for confiding in me, he added. She sat back in her seat contently smiling. Reaching the drawbridge, he hit the remote and began to lower it. He first spotted the police cruiser on the other side waiting for him. He then spotted the Triad's Mercedes parked several car lengths behind the police. I am such an idiot. He chastised himself before anxiously turning to Vibha. Quickly, put your head down on my lap. What? She was shocked by his request. Trust me and do it. For your own safety, I do not want them to see you with me, he explained. Confused but trusting him, she unbuckled her seatbelt and hid her head on his lap. Once the bridge was down, he drove the car across, hitting the remote again. The bridge rose behind them. He pulled the Camaro up alongside the patrol car and rolled down his window. The two officers looked at him. Their window was already down. You need to delay the Mercedes behind you. Pull them over. Inspect them. Buy me time to get away from them. We can't just pull them over without probable cause. The older cop in the driver's seat responded. They have a broken taillight, Joey explained. They do? The officer questioned. Yes, they do, he insisted. Yeah, a broken taillight. Sure thing, Mr. Longo. The older cop understood. They don't have a broken taillight, the younger officer stated. The older cop looked at him a bit annoyed. Yes, they do, Walls. He turned back to Joey. We'll buy you the needed time. Thank you. Joey rolled up his window. Vibha moved her head to see what was happening. He gently pressed her head back into his lap. We are not out of this yet. As he drove past the Triad's black Mercedes, the car made a hard U-turn to get behind Joey. They were soon stopped as the patrol car turned on their lights and siren and pulled the Mercedes over. In his review mirror, he could see the cops step out of their car. The older cop used his nightstick to knock out one of the taillights on the Mercedes before approaching the driver. Once they faded from his rearview mirror, he looked down at her with her head still in his lap. You can sit up now. She didn't move her head and looked up at him. She grinned as he drove. Why does your lap smell minty? She asked him while taking a deep breath. A hygiene trick I learned many years ago, when I was a bit more adventurous. He answered, You can sit up now. They won't be following us. She reluctantly lifted her head from his lap, sat up and redid her seatbelt. No longer adventurous? She did not believe him. He turned to her briefly as he drove. I didn't say I was no longer adventurous, just less compared to my younger years. More mature in your adventures? She coyly asked him. More focused on quality over quantity, he answered. Good. She sat back, enjoying the ride. Be sure to continue to Chapter 16, Protests.
To support the author, Polisic, share, comment, and subscribe